I'm the Reverend Anthony Scott, Pastoral Associate for Congregational Care at First Plymouth Congregational Church in Denver, Colorado. Thank you for joining me for this Your Devotional Moment. I'm so glad that trouble don't last always. Oh, I'm so glad that trouble don't last always. I'm so glad that trouble don't last always. Oh, my Lord, oh, my Lord, what shall I do? What shall I do? When I first started recording these devotional messages, I said, welcome to this devotional. We are in the liturgical season of COVID. I said that kidding, in jest, remembering that we're a church and there's liturgical seasons and there's a time and there's a season and the church is now doing things differently. But one thing about seasons is that seasons are supposed to come and then come to an end. This COVID season has not yet come to an end, and there's no end in sight. But I invite you with me to take encouragement that trouble doesn't last always. If we look at the book of Job and its witness, we see in Job chapter 14 verse 1, the words that man that is born of a woman is of a few days and full of trouble. But we see in the witness of Jesus that Satan, the enemy, comes to kill and to steal and to destroy. But Jesus said, I come that you might have life and have it more abundantly. Trouble doesn't last always. In the midst of it, there seems to be no end to this pandemic, no end to this political turmoil and trouble, no end to the social unrest, no end in sight. But this song, this tradition from which the song comes, is not one that it wants to ignore the reality that we're facing. It's not one that wants to dismiss or to discount anyone's experience, but it's one that speaks in hope that trouble won't last always, that there's trouble on every side, enemies on every side, division on every side, chaos on every side, but we stand firm in the hope that trouble will one day come to an end. Live in that hope. Live in that expectation that God will deliver. Live in hope that trouble won't last always. Won't you pray with me? Oh God, who promises to keep us in perfect peace. O God, who is indeed peace, in whom there is joy and rest and delight. We come to you with thanksgiving, being ever mindful and ever grateful that trouble does not last always, that this situation came to pass, this pandemic came that it might pass. This chaos in our minds, in our homes, in our economy, in our political systems, in our social systems, came that it might pass. Allow us, oh God, even in the midst of this turmoil, to live in hope, to live in joy even, knowing that this trouble won't last always. Amen. Friends, thank you for joining me for this devotional moment. I pray that your days are blessed.